Hello. Yeah, it's wonderful to be here again and to also be discussing on a very important topic. And we are going to be looking at love series for some weeks now. I love you. You know, what is the meaning of love? That's one question we should ask ourselves. Love has been used for many things that may be even confused. That we may be confused on what love really means. You can say, "I love my car. I love the house. I love my dog. I love the dress. I love the your hairdo or your hairstyle," and many things that we use love for. Is this same love that we have for our fiance or fiancé, our parent, our wife, our children? Is it the same love the same love that we have for our car, that we have for our houses, that we have for things like that? We really have to understand our own concept of love and the ideal love, and so that we can really be sure of our perspective, and it will also help us. Some series of questions has been going on our platform, on the single platform, and on my Facebook, Toby Adekunle, also on Facebook. So you can it will be good for you to answer those questions. I love inclusive learning, so that we can both learn together. You can also be involved in your learning process. Okay, so for today, we are going to be looking at the four kind of love. The four kind of love. The love we have for people and things are being grouped into four different kind of love expressed in Greek word. And we are going to be looking at just an intro to it today, and we are going to be looking at them one after the other as the time permit us. So we need to examine love each of these love to understand what love really means. And the four major Greek word for love is: one is philos, that's a philhos, and another one is eros, that's eros, and we have storge, that's storge, and then we have agape, and agape. So let's start with filio. Filio. What's the meaning of filio? Filio, the word filio means the love between friends. When you use filio, it actually expressing love between friends. I mean, just casual friend. This is the love in friendship relationship. Love between friends is filio, and filio is taken from the root word philema. Philema, philema. It's taken from the word philema, which means literally, which means kiss. It is a sign of friendship in the Bible days. We can see that in the book of Matthew, chapter 26, 47 to 49, 1 Corinthians 16, verse 20, 2 Corinthians 13, verse 12. So it's a sign of friendship. It's a sign of friendship. And you just kiss your friend. And I think related to that, we still have French kiss or something like that, where people greet themselves and they peck themselves in the both cheeks or one of the cheek. Okay, so, and from this word filio, we get something like philo. We have so many words that are taken from filio, like philosophy now. Philosophy. Philosophy means knowledge. I mean, the Sophie or Sophia, knowledge, wisdom. It means, so philosophy means the love of knowledge. The love of knowledge. There's something like Philadelphia is actually a city or something like that, and then you could, must have even come across it in the Bible. The church as Philadelphia. Philadelphia means brotherly love. Just taking from that philo and adolphus. If you remember adolphus in the Bible, adolphus means brother or brother. So philo is love, which means Philadelphia, brotherly love. So coming back to what we mean by filio, so don't forget, filio is actually a kind of love between friends, and this love has to do with with favor you receive. You know, friendship, friendship is mutual, right? There is none of us, almost anybody, that you keep a kind of friend that is not because of a benefit that you are getting from the person, or and at the same time it's also responsible of you to also give it back. So filial that kind of love come with, okay, with favor you receive. Okay, this is the favor I receive from this person. Okay, so this is the favor I'm giving this person. It's also based on what is in it, what is in for me. Okay, if I and this person claim to be friend, what what benefit do I have from it? You get it? And that's why, people can be have been advised, don't keep friends with dollar people, keep friends with intelligent people. Why are they saying that? Okay, so that they can also make sure that your brain is, it's a bed of the same flocks together, and then many other words like that. That means you are keeping a particular friend because there's a benefit you are getting from it. Okay, there's something that attracts you to display this love to others. Okay, if you are having a love for somebody, it is actually because of something attracted you. It could be his brain, it could be his beauty. I mean, there's something that attracts you. Just don't make friends with everybody. Everybody cannot be your friend, right? Okay, but those people that are your friend, there's something that makes them to be your friend. You are attracted to them because of something. So philos is also is friendship love that have to do with obligation. If I say you are my friend, what am I giving to you? What are you benefiting from me, or what am I benefiting from you? You get it? So there is an obligation. I mean, there is a duty of friend. You know, we watch after each other. We do all of that. Don't forget, we are talking about love, but we are saying that filial has to do with love among friends, right? This kind of love is displayed to get something in return. Okay, if I am doing something to you as my friend, I am expecting something back as a friend. You cannot, that is the kind of life we are really in, basically, and it's not really bad thing, because you expect, I mean, it must be mutual. The relationship must not be parasitic, right? The friendship must not be parasitic. So this kind of love is displayed is to get something in return. And you know when something is not getting in return, it weaken you, and sometimes the friendship is broken. All right, this love is obligation. As I said, it is based on like, okay, I like this person. You may not even really figure out why you like the person, but it's something that makes you to like the person. Okay, or you say, I mean, your look is so beautiful, and so can we be friends just because of the look of the person, right? It could also be because of the personality of the person. The person, I mean, is, you like his calmness, you like his intelligence, or what have you that you may like about the person. So because of the personality, you want to be in relationship with the person. It could also be because of compatibility. Okay, you feel you and this person are compatible. I mean, most time, and that is just it. You can't. It's really difficult when you find people moving together that are not really compatible in one way or the other. So, and maybe, and this kind of love, of in yeah, it actually bring pressure on you. There's something you want to satisfy you, especially if you are a thoughtful person. You want to see, okay, yeah, I'm gaining something from this, my friend. What can I give back to him? All right. So, and sometimes it put pressure on you to actually make the friendship to work. And this sometimes there's expectation, among friends and all of that. And sometimes also there are conditions that you need to meet. Okay, you can't, I mean, sometimes I can draw a line and say, okay, this, you can't be my friend if you are like this. If you can't be my friend, okay, then who are the people that can be my friend? People that are like this. So there are conditions. Like I said earlier on, it is not really bad in the sense when you are using this kind of love in friendship. I mean, because yeah, there must be mutual benefit among friends, but um it is very dangerous when we base our a marriage relationship or marital relationship on this kind of love. This is the kind of love and this is the kind of love many people are operating in their marriage. Okay, the moment you give your partner a cause, like for instance, I love you because of your body shape, or I love the guy because the guy, I mean, knows how to spend, he knows how to take care of a woman, or I love you. I mean, if there's any because, you are already operating in a failure. And okay, so the moment you give your partner a cause, there is you are operating on this kind of law, the philos kind of law. And if also you give rules, okay, if you want me to love you, you must do this. Okay, if you want me to love, if you want our love to continue, these are the things you must do. And sometimes, I mean, most people do this, and in a sense it's not really bad in a sense, but it's just that at the end of the day, the rules that you have placed for somebody to meet in your relationship and all of that, that same rule will be the one that will break your relationship, because rules sometimes are broken, or rules are meant to be broken, as the people may say. So, and that's why you must be careful when you are operating this kind of love in your marriage. I mean, as a matter of fact, you must not operate this kind of love in your marriage. Okay, and when you also have expectations, and then the point is, are you telling me not to have expectation in marriage? Well, I'm not saying don't have expectation in marriage, but the fact is that be ready, because as much as you're having expectation, your other partner is having expectation on you. And one of the things that the expectation will do is that it can break your heart. You see, the Bible says, hope deferred make the heart weakened. When you are having expectation, just know that that person is human. And we say that to err is human and to forgive is divine. And that's why sometimes, I'm always careful of an expectation on people, because even myself, I fail to meet some expectation people have. And so that's why we cannot operate this kind of love in marriage. Expectation, as my wife or husband, this is what I expect from you to do. And most times we are not even fair in our expectation. We expect our partner to do something in which we ourselves are not really willing to do. And that is one of the problem. If you are expecting something from anybody, then you yourself, are you willing to do that thing that you are expecting? Okay, so, and another thing is condition. When your marriage is placed on condition, if this condition is fulfilled, our love will increase. If this condition is not fulfilled, then our love will be reduced. That is what you are saying actually. And many times, your love, the condition will, for one reason or the other, the conditions may not be fulfilled at the time. And so, if the condition, okay, you could place somebody on condition, oh, see, this is what I expect of you to do, or something like that. And if that person do not meet that condition, okay, for instance, now it could be that you love a person because of his body shape, right? And then, in as much the person's body shape is still intact, you love the person. I mean, you are proud of your wife. But life can come upon the person and the body shape changes. So what will happen to the love you have? It could be maybe because of birth, it could be maybe accident, it could be maybe, I mean, because of sickness, it could be many other things that you cannot even control, none your partner can control. And that's why you must be careful of basing your marital relationship on this kind of love. This kind of love cannot sustain marriage relationship, because this is not the love God established marriage upon. It is not the love of that God established, and this is the many pressure. This is many things that many of us are. This is the kind of love that we are expressing in marriage. A love that is based on condition, a love that is based on rule, a love that is based on expectation. Okay, as my wife, as my fiance, I expect you to do this and all of that and all of that. And no matter how good your expectation may be, no matter how fair your condition may be, you must be careful with it. You must be careful with it. If at all you want to even stay maintain this thing, then you must communicate it. But then you must have it in the back of your mind that anything can happen. Expectation may not be met. Conditions may change, and rules may be broken. And because of many of these things that are happening in people's lives, and they are not ready for it, it makes their marriage to weaken. It makes the love to weaken. Say, well, I used to love him before, but now you see, I don't really like the guy. I mean, I don't like the way he behaves. I don't like how he acts. I mean, but you guys used to love yourself. What changes is because some condition, some things has come into your marriage to test your marriage. Seasons have come into your marriage when you are courting together at instance, there are some things that your adrenaline and you are just blindfolded to so many things, and that is what is driving your love. Is as if you cannot do without each other. But now that you are now together, seeing yourself every day, every time you now begin to see fault. You begin to see, because at first you thought the person was perfect, and there's nobody that is perfect. There are mistakes that the person will make. There are something that the person will do, and that you will not be able to accept. And before you know it, the marriage begin to decline. The love begin to deteriorate, and then before you know it, it leads to divorce. It leads to many troubles in the home. See, so I'm telling you, this love is dangerous in marriage, the filius kind of love. Never love your wife based on expectation or condition. Never love your wife based on expectation or condition. Never love your fiance based on expectation or conditions. If you put an expectation or condition in your marital relationship, that is same expectation that will break your marital relationship. We are going to be talking about eros in the next episode, and we look at what eros is. But I hope you understand what this philos is. And as I said earlier on, it is all right when you operate philos within friendship, but you cannot operate philos in a marital relationship. It will be dangerous, and eventually it will break you. I pray God will give you understanding of what you have just heard, and every expectation that you have in your marriage, go and recheck it. Try to write. I mean, don't hide from it. If you have already had some expectation, which many of us do, especially if you are still single, write down that expectation. Write down that condition you are giving somebody, and look at it. Prepare for, okay, if this expectation is not met, what will I do? If this condition is broken, what will I do? Can I also meet this person's expectation? Okay, you could also ask the person, what expectation do you have for me? And then you quickly adjust yourself. And I pray you will succeed even in your marital relationship. Thank you. We see you in the next episode.